Good morning. I'm actually live on my laptop, which is very strange. So I have my phone with me just to about to share to the Rain and Root Academy Facebook page, as it said that I cannot what do you call it? Go live from the school page because it's still new. I'm still building it. So I'm gonna share from my phone and I'm going to start. I know most people by this time are at work and stuff, but I'm going to leave this video up and I'm probably going to pin it to the top of my page as well. So let me just get some time. I figured instead of, I'm going to do small clips and just post them, but also some other stuff. I did pin the link in the comments if for anyone who would like to donate to Rain and Roots curriculum fund. I keep looking over there because it's so weird. Like the camera is right here, but it's weird being on the computer. So as you come in, for those who, if anyone actually pops on during the why I'm live, just say hello. Let me go ahead and share to the let's share this to page. Let me see, to my story. Bam. I'm going to talk about Rain and Root Academy. So while I'm trying to share, okay, what is taking so long? Okay, we're just going to do this. Sharing to my business pages. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Go live. All this social media stuff is insane. But yes, happy Thursday. I just want to come on here and talk a little bit about Rain and Root Academy, which is my micro school, which I love the term micro school, but honestly, it does have a bad rap, which is kind of sad. But you know what? And sometimes like I kind of go back and forth about it, like, but I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit and just, I feel like for someone asking for donations and asking, oh my goodness, asking for support, I just like opened a whole nother link for like, different stuff like that. The least I can do is give you guys information. So, okay, so Rain and Root Academy, right? Right. I don't have any of my stuff in here, I don't think. No, I don't. Of course I don't. So, so excuse I'm in the kitchen. We're gonna get it today, okay? We're not making any excuses in this season. We're not making any excuses. I don't care if I'm sitting on one of the kids' beds. I don't care if I'm sitting outside on my back porch. We're gonna get this video because I have to get back out there to, telling, storytelling and just sharing different things. So, Rain and Root Academy, and then a little cute little, I have two taglines. One is Rain Where You Are Planted. I know you think that's cutesy, cute. And the other one is private school quality, homeschool values. Yes. Private school quality and homeschool values. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Danielle Edens, aka Danny, aka Dr. D. I do have a doctorate in educational leadership. I am also wrapping up seminary right now for Christian education, just because I was just curious and I just wanted to do it and I love it. It's teaching me how to be a better, which I can't believe. I don't know why I thought seminary means over religious. Like my seminary school is actually nothing like that. And I appreciate it. They're pretty inclusive, pretty diverse. And it's actually teaching me, how to operate in character, how to operate with integrity, because it's important. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there who are just mishandling, and I will talk about that. They are mishandling their roles. People are just, I don't even know. But that's why I'm here. It has to be me. It's funny, I always like to share the story about when I was younger, like 13, 14 years old. I had this little USB. I'll never forget it because it looked like a little peanut. And it was green. And I showed it to my mom, and it was a whole built out pretty much a business plan is what it was. I just was just typing, and I've always been one of those creatives that just is always into something else, something new, something different, something fresh. My brain is constantly going. I have so much in me, but over the last few years, mental health issues, different things, life and its lifiness, things can be tough, things can be hard, but I'm here and I'm swinging. One of my sisters like, sis, you got to keep your foot on their necks because you were just so I'm here, and as I'm healing, I'm birthing this out. It's funny because I've always kind of wanted to have a school, but like it was such something that was like in my mind, but not something that I was going to actually take too serious. Honestly, when my last son went to school in September, I had a mind to just keep running my hair care brand and or go back into the field. But I don't believe that's what I'm supposed to do. I do have that dual perspective as both a parent caregiver and a professional, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So I do let's do the parenting first. As my babies, and I'm gonna tell you, using this information, how the school came into play. Okay. So I know I'm going to be chatting. I don't know how long I'm going to be. I hope someone joins in, but that's okay. I don't mind. I got a YouTube channel. I don't mind talking to the camera because I'm going to leave it on the live. Let me share it with a few people. So like I said, that dual perspective, let me share this with my friend. Uh-oh, I don't see her. Oh, there she is. That dual perspective as both a parent and a parent caregiver, and I'll tell you why I'm calling myself that, and then a professional, I think is very unique in the space of education, because oftentimes in the education space you will see people who are teachers, administrators, who some of them do have a degree, but a lot of them don't have degrees in education. They don't have degrees or experience in that space. You know what I mean? You have teachers, especially usually I'm talking about the public school space, okay? And a lot of these public school teachers, bless their hearts, but honestly, a lot of them are overworked and underpaid. They're complaining about things like having to spend too much time dealing with behaviors. Children are misplaced in the wrong setting, especially when you get deep down into like special ed, inclusion, general ed. Those is 3 different pillars within a public school, okay? All 4 of my children do have an IEP. All 4 are, I know special ed with my eyeballs shut in my sleep. I'm also, an autism specialist. I'm a special ed advocate, a parent advocate. I have a heart for parents because, hello, I'm a parent. So yeah, it's just I'm trying. It's been a ride to kind of get everything to make sense. It's been a ride to make everything make sense. And I ask you guys that whenever you see this video, whether it's now in the morning or 3 days later, please share. I know I'm talking fast and I'm rambling and I'm gonna say a lot, but I have to get back out there because one thing I'm good at is lives. I'm good at lives. Y'all gonna love me. You stay long enough, you're gonna love me. But yeah, so as a parent, like I said, I have 4 children. I know, what was I talking about before? My ND brain sometimes just goes so fast. I'm so excited to talk about this, and I will get to the curriculum because it's amazing. It's amazing, but I need you guys to really understand, because people, that's the problem. People just pop up stuff, like pop businesses up, pop schools up, no passion, no business, and it's not even just passion and purpose for me. This was birthed out of pain as well, okay? People don't want to tell the truth, and everything is sunshines and rainbows, but no, I'm building something based on the way that I have been mishandled, based on the way that my brown babies have been mishandled, okay? I care, you know what I mean? There's so much going on in the education space, and I said, you know what? I would be no good in the public school setting. Yes, do I have the degree? Yeah, I got more than a degree. I'm excellent in that sense. However, I feel that I needed to branch off. And I've already been an entrepreneur for several years, for over 5 years. I've done things like resale. If any of you guys are my OG followers, you know I used to resell my oldest, who will be 10 in the summertime. 10. Like, what? No, not my Tuga. I just my Suga. I just can't. Well, we're not talking about Suga, but oh my, he's almost 10. My boys are just, time doesn't wait for anyone. My boys are getting older at great speed. They're getting older, and wow. But I used to resell the boys gently used clothes and shoes. So, and then from there, I did some custom. So I did like custom denim jackets, which I really want to go back to, but I don't have time. I really want to. I love it. I'm like a patch baby, like the iron-on patches. I love vintage. Like that's just my heart and soul. If you cut me, I'm pretty much sure that I'm gonna bleed checkerboard print. Okay, that's how vintage and '90s I am. Okay, I will bleed starter jackets. Okay, but yes. So I've been an entrepreneur in many spaces for a few years now, so it just wouldn't have been, I don't think I would do, I'm so used to being my own boss, and I'm just now learning, like, being an entrepreneur half of the time means that you're the employee and the boss, and that is a whole nother struggle. Okay, we're not even going to discuss that. It is difficult. So that's why I'm jumping on here in the first place, because I need to build a community. I need to just use what I have instead of trying to, oh my goodness, I can't build the school's Facebook page. My YouTube is not moving fast enough. But you know what? What I'm learning in this season is just, you have to show up and you have to be consistent. You have to show up and you have to be consistent. You have to be diligent. Hey, yay, finally I can talk to somebody. You have to be diligent. You have to be aware. Okay. So, yes, after saying all that, it was hard to think, hard to just put my head in a space of going back to, working for anybody when I've been working for myself. And honestly, I was doing a little report, and okay, so my hair care brand, before I get into the school, because I just want you guys to, I'm trying to bring you through the journey. And I'm probably going to download this and put this on my YouTube channel as a video. But my hair care brand, it opened I launched in 2019, but I was selling from my Instagram inbox. Like that's how people would order. My website for my Naturally Nixon LLC, which is going to be is rebranding. That brand was only on like a site for only 3 years. And I made over 100K. I'm working on something so I can post it. And I just said, wow, look at God, 100K, maybe 100K for you or you. For anyone else, maybe that's easy, but for a single mother that does everything on her own, that was a lot for someone who was struggling with mental health, struggling with neurodiverse things, and all the things. It was a miracle that I even accomplished those things. You know what I mean? So that's who I am, like as far as like what I've been doing in the last few years. But let's move into professional. I said I was going to do the parenting piece, but I'll say the professional because it just makes more sense. So I've been an entrepreneur for over 5 years, and I've switched up. I've had like 3 or 4 businesses that did really well, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone else can relate, where they feel like you just know that that's not, you're good at it. You're good. You're really good at it, but you might not, you want more. So that's why I'm here. Like I said, so the professional space, I was an educator. I kept saying was, but I am a lifelong learner. I'm a lifelong teacher. I'm a forever teacher. That's my term. I am a forever teacher. I have been in the education space for 12 years. Okay. And some of the spaces that I have been in the past were early intervention. I worked for Bay Cove Human Services in one of their early intervention spaces. That's the first time I was ever exposed to anyone. I didn't know what autism was. I met a little boy there who was 2. His name was Shamar. I'll never, ever, ever forget him. By now, he's got to be like a teenager. I really wish I would run into them, but and everyone else would just let him sit around by himself. And I was so intrigued by him. And I'm like, and they was like, oh, he has autism. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's all they said. Assuming, I was just going there as a practicum because at the time, I was wrapping up my associate's degree. Can you believe it? I was wrapping up an associate's degree in early childhood education at Roxbury Community College, okay? Which I miss them. I love them and I miss them. But, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. And yeah, so I just was intrigued by that little boy. And tell you, I had kept buying books and books and books and books about autism. And I was so intrigued, which was kind of inspired me. Because for those who don't know, when I started my college journey, I was going as an English major. I was going as an English major to because I've always been a really good writer, but I don't really stick with it. But I'm an excellent writer. I'm actually a published author, and I got a book coming. It's the print copy of my I call it my book, like the real book. Like I poured my everything into this book. It's coming. It should be here by tomorrow. I'm so excited to share with you guys, and I'll be on here promoting that because I have my hand in so many buckets, but life of an entrepreneur. But yeah, so like I said, early intervention. I worked in Head Start on and off. Out of those 12 years, I think about 6 or 7 years was Head Start. I had worked in a private school and I have been in public school. So I have a very healthy balance. I ended up getting knocked in. I got like a lot of parents that weren't aware because I was a working mom. So I wasn't really sure about homeschooling or whatever, but I believe in home learning. And for some people, they might hear that and think it's the same, but for me, it's not the same thing. I define it for myself as different thing. I believe for every student, regardless of if you're going off to public, private, charter, whatever, flipping co-op, it doesn't matter. Learning begins at home. You need to instill those values and those everything into your own children at home. And then they go out into the world if they go outside for school. But I ended up getting shoved, like a lot of parents, into homeschooling technically when COVID hit. Yes, my children were offered the same virtual things, but I only was pushed into homeschooling because I had because that virtual setting that the children had to get there and do lectures. My autistic K2 student, K0, my neurodivergent with a learning disability student, they could not function on the computer. They couldn't. It just didn't. It didn't work for them. It wasn't the right form. It wasn't the right space. So I told the schools, we will not be on doing OT, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, you guys have got me stressed out. No. You know what I mean? So it didn't work. So I just said, I told them, and I actually, what I was doing is I made like a little page, which I should have did a YouTube so it could stay, so that wasn't even thinking about a YouTube. But no, what I did was, it was like a little Instagram account, which is no longer up. And what I did was I would do the homework and post it, and then also with the Google Classroom and stuff, I would post the videos and the activities of the curriculum that I put for my kids myself. And I had to teach them for that 3 years. So my babies were homeschoolers during that time. My children did not go back to school right away. So I homeschooled. Yes, COVID pushed me into homeschool, but I stuck with it even after they went back. It was so much going on. So much going on. So yes, my background is pretty well versed. So my bachelor's is in psychology, with a focus of human behavior in brain studies. I've always been very intrigued in the why of people doing things. And excuse all this stuff in the back. Like I said, I do have a hair care brand. So I'm a woman of many hats. So I'm out here also doing products and orders from we closed down in October. It's like we had a whole order mix up. It was insane. But I'm working on, so you see all my stuff. I'm formulating because apparently I'm a scientist. Yes, I do also have a certificate in natural hair care and natural skin care formulation. So when I say I'm a woman of many hats, but I want to use all this skill, all this uniqueness, and why I'm telling you, I know you. They're like, okay, she's supposed to be talking about the microschool. Why is she talking about hair care? I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there because it's all of these pieces helped build Rain and Root Academy, and I'm going to get there. It all helped build Rain and Root, and I'm grateful to God for choosing me. And now that I'm okay, I'm comfortable, and I'm confident in what I have to say, and now I'm ready because I'm like, I don't want to be on. Can I just start enrolling people? But how are you enrolling anyone and you don't nobody even know who the heck you are? But yes, bachelor's in psychology. I have a master's in education, so it was special education with a focus of autism studies. Because honestly, hello parents, all special ed teachers, so even for those who are for those who have students in the BPS system, the Boston Public School system, with in an autism class, not all autism classroom special ed teachers even have a background in autism. They just need someone to teach the class or to be in the class. But a lot of people, they're not like, autism is a specialty in the education space. I don't care what they say. It is a specialty. Special ed can mean anything. Okay, and I think people don't understand that. People say special education, people say inclusion, they use these terms, but they have to dig a little bit deeper into it. So my background, like I said, I'm very well read. I am the special education girly. I'm the inclusion, like my heart. Real inclusion, not just throw them all in the same room, but you still have them separated and secluded. No, that's not inclusion. That's, oh shoot, we ain't got enough space. So, Rain and Root Academy, I am hoping to open this summer, but I am not sure. I want to do it, as soon as possible, but at the same time, I understand that to build something that is sustainable, I would have to, take my time. I need to take my time. I need to really, because this is not just I call it a popcorn business. This is not a popcorn business that I'm just going to slap up there. This is not, like I said, after COVID, I've done my research, a lot of micro schools and co-ops were thrown up, but people are just money hungry. They're looking for profit. There is no purpose. There is no passion in any of it. There's no purpose and passion in none of it. They want profit. Me, no. No. I'm taking everything that I have learned and experienced, and I'm putting it into this school. So Rain and Root Academy, like I said 20 minutes ago, because I've been talking a lot, so apologies, but I just wanted you guys to get a full idea of where I'm coming from. So like I said, my overall tagline is, I have two. One is Rain Where You Are Planted, meaning that we're accepting students, parents, families, other educators, the community, as you are. You don't have to be something else, Yes, that's what I said. That's some confirmation, Marjorie. That's confirmation, because that's exactly when I was praying last night, that's what I said. I said, if I can't do August, it got to be September. It has to be. So it's funny that you said that. Yeah, so the second tagline is private school quality and homeschool values. And that dropped on my spirit, and I came up with that because, like I said, a lot of schools are like, oh, this is better, this is this is that. And I'm like, but you're just saying this is better. Why? I'm one of those people. They cannot stand to see me coming in a meeting because I'm always, hey, question. Yes, like Danny, I can see your wheels turning. What you got to say? I said, I'm so glad you asked. But yes, I always have a million and one questions. My brain is always going, and I'm going to use it to my advantage, you know. And it's for me, this is not about going against the public. Like someone, I was with a business owner, yes, not a business, a business coach, and they was saying that they don't that I have to think because Boston Public School is my competitor and all of that. I said, you know what? Can we take another approach? I'm not a public school basher. What I want the public school system to do is to do better and consider other people, consider other methods. But I'm not here to bash them. My four boys attend public school, and you know what? I be right on their tails. I be on the teachers' tails, on administration all day, all night. I don't care because all children deserve that very, you know, effective and equitable education, regardless of where you live, regardless of what your background, your race, your if you have a disability or not. It really doesn't matter. Not in my book, it doesn't. So I wish people would stop seeing people as separate. Granted, yes, I understand in the classroom space that some students struggle more than others, but you have to go a little bit deeper. People are very surface. They're very just, they're not thinking outside the box. They're not. I can tell. Because I live outside the box. I can tell when you have a very small way of thinking, and I get it because that's how people are trained. That's how they're taught. But me, I don't give a doggone what I'm taught. I'm always going to do it another way. I'm always going to do extra and do something else. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I'm here. And so my micro school, Rain and Root Academy, will be going yeah, scheduled for the fall, I guess, right? Either the summer or the August or the fall. Okay, let me just go because I want to read to you guys. It's easier. I'm still working on the website. Let's see, my son is there. Okay, so I said at Rain and Root Academy, we believe every child is uniquely gifted. Through innovative and Christ-centered education, we foster a love of learning, build character, and inspire each student to grow where they are planted. The mission is at Rain and Root Academy. We empower each student to reign where you are planted by fostering growth, curiosity, and confidence in every child through student-centered learning, character building, and hands-on experiences. So I'm not going to read the whole website, but yeah, some things that are different about my school. And because honestly, at first I was trying to mimic other people, but that's not me. I'm an early childhood educator. Granted, some people like the older kids, and it's not about not liking them. My passion, my heart is for the younger ones. So within my program, so yeah, I'm saying, see, I got to change the website because it says fifth grade, but no, we're only going to be going to third grade. So it says Rain and Root Academy's Microschool reimagines education for children in pre-K through third grade with a focus on outdoor learning, student-led projects, and community-based teaching. We create a supportive and inclusive environment for children of all abilities to thrive. So yes, for my school, some of the ways that I believe, or the problem, I don't want to say the problem, but some things that all, what do you call it? All public school spaces, all private schools don't necessarily offer, especially in Boston, Massachusetts, especially not for students of color. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. We're not going to sit here in front. Some people, they are not able or whatever. They just, like for the students that live in Dorchester and Roxbury and Mattapan, sometimes in various spaces, they're not going to get the same experiences as those in Brighton or Newton or I'm not sure about Taunton. I'm not sure. I'm not really. Some cities ain't that diverse. Quincy, you know what I mean? They're just not. They're not. So as a Black woman, a Black educator, and both someone who has the experience in the education, I'm showing up for me, but I'm also showing up for these babies, okay? We're not some people's like, oh, you're doing. I'm not doing an autism school. This is not a medical um, service-based school at all. We will be, but we are inclusive, and I mean true inclusion. We're going to be mixed age, and when I say inclusive, I mean students with and without disabilities. But we're going to work with everybody because we're building community. I'm huge on community. I'm huge on parents as partners, meaning I'm going to have a schedule for the parents who are able to come on into the classroom, come help with the music class, come help with the nature days, you know what I'm saying? Come help with one of the projects that we're doing because we're going to be doing quarterly big projects. So, yeah, I have plans and I'm really excited. Like me, my heart is for I love art and I love science. And one of the things that we're going to be for our extracurriculars is entrepreneurship because, hello, you didn't think that I was going to launch a school without no entrepreneur classes, right? Yep, I'm going to teach them little itty bitty babies. Even if they want to do a lemonade stand, I'm going to tell them how. Okay? If they want to do I don't know, lip gloss, I'm gonna tell them how. I have the information, and you know what? I was trying to put adults on to all the information, and they wasn't appreciating. You know what? My formulation Fridays that I was trying to teach outside, people didn't want to do it. So I'm gonna teach these babies, and it's gonna be part of their tuition. You know, and it's like the formulation Friday class. That class is science, and I'm gonna literally teach them how to formulate different things. Okay, children like to get dirty. Children like to move around. Some children with sensory sensitivities, I know, don't, because I don't like certain things. I don't like touching certain things. Um, but yeah, it's real. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. Let me check. Okay, my 5-year-old. Okay, the bus is at his school now, picking him up. I want to make sure that the bus ain't sitting outside and I'm on live. Jesus, let me drink some coffee, cause y'all. But yeah. So inclusive, like I said, building community within children with and without disabilities. I believe in that we're working on working on the students encouraging each other, that we're working as a team, that we're not gonna know because these schools, I'll never. I was dealing with a bullying issue at the beginning of the school year with my 7-year-old, and you know what the transportation department said to me? They said, "Oh well, we can't control what students say." Like no, like heck no. Excuse me, no. A lot of these spaces, they allow children to be bullied. There ain't going to be none of that going on up over here because I call it out. Even as we get bigger, I'm not playing any games. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing any doggone games because people are just like wowzers. Wowzers. But yes, hands-on learning, I'm 110%, like I was saying, meaning in all of our classes, whether it be our literacy, our math, our science, our social studies, geography, we're going to be doing all of that because we're going to blend it in. Like it's not going to be just the math class. Like we might be doing a little bit of math and science because I believe students learn better just by doing. I really do. I learn better. I'm a visual learner. A lot of neurodivergent people, they think in pictures is what I call it. They think in pictures. So we're going to be doing a lot of that. Trying to see what did I miss before I go into the curriculum. I love the Lord, so you do know this is a Christian-based school. We will be teaching Christian ed and some of the focal points. Like I'm not sitting here with the King James version of the Bible with them babies. I'm not doing that. But what I'm doing them is teaching them about character, how, character studies using the individuals in the Bible, pulling different themes out from there and teaching them from those stories through, like I said, character development and storytelling. Huge, using parables, which is going to be heavy in our literacy. I don't feel like moving, but one of our little Christian ed books is like it's the Bible, but it's a comic book. It's really cute, really 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 cute, and just teaching students, how to be a better person, how to, the self identity, how to be yourself, and just let them be. Like, I feel like a lot of times some of these schools are trying to tell you how to be, and let's not even get started with the indoctrination. They are teaching all type of stuff. And then, like, I'm going to be careful what I say on here because that's not what this video is about. But there's a lot of stuff going on in the public school system. So when I get a building, essentially, if I have to expand my school to higher grades, but by then I would only be doing administration. My pastor always says, don't despise small beginnings. So I'm going to start off teaching in my own school, even though that was never the plan. It was never the plan. But we're going to get it. Excuse me. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. And yeah, I just want to tell you guys about the oops. And I appreciate those of you who have shared and are sharing the curriculum fund GoFundMe page. I appreciate you. I'm one of those people. I'd be like, girl, do not let your pride ruin your blessing. It's okay, because every dollar someone donates is one less dollar that has to be out of my pocket, and I'm gonna see what I can do for myself. But within the thing, so within the it's called teaching strategies. I'm about to, because she sent me the email, because I told her, could she list out what is included, and it's called it says one set of creative curriculum print materials for preschool. So that's from ages 3 to 5, which essentially that is what my school is going to be, as an early ed program. We will be servicing students for core classes that are homeschoolers that are school age. But while my program will be starting off upstairs in the empty large room in my home. So we'll be a home-based program. I'm currently working on city and state licensing so that I can be inside the type, because most micro schools there's no one over them. So I did it a different way. I'm very creative, okay? So I had to talk to different state representatives. I had to talk to many people to figure out how can I do it to make it work. So yeah, we're going to do that. I actually got accepted in a program that helps support licensing, where they give you about, $1,000 in, what do you call it? In materials for your program, and a computer and different stuff like that. So it's a blessing, and I'm just gonna let God take off and do what He got to do. And yeah, but yeah, so they do the whole print curriculum, and that joker is, let me see, it comes with what they're mailing you is like the books, all the materials. You guys, I need to actually take a picture and put that on my GoFundMe, but it is so many books for like literacy, and then the actual curriculum books. And what stood out to me is how there are themes, right? So for preschool themes in September, they might be talking about back to school, apples; in October, pumpkins; and Thanksgiving. In November, the themes might be family, turkeys, something, scarecrows. But no, these topics it's called the creative curriculum. Building your class community is a theme. Water, wheels, exercise, reduce, reuse, recycle, clothes. Everything is like so all their curriculum it relates well to student-led learning, which is what we're doing, student-led and hands-on. So what I have already from my different curriculum spaces from my different books that I have gotten, like, handwriting without tears, or what is it called? Something cheetah. I can't remember. Something about a cheetah. It's a reading curriculum, or all about reading. So, or the Bob's books. There's so many, so those can be resources, because that's what my problem was. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not enough. But these curriculum materials, they have everything. They give you the songs, the everything, but that's not even the best part. And the curriculum is pretty good, but that ain't the best part. They give you one license of Creative Curriculum Cloud, which is a 3-year access, and then the professional development teacher membership for 3 years, which is amazing. So as I'm able to hire staff, it would take off the professional development for me. I can, send my educators to, because we have to stay in compliance with the Department of Early Ed and the Department of Education, but as well, they have a whole portal of professional development. And then they'll have the gold online assessment for up to 20 children, which is great because we're small and we will be not anywhere close to that. And then tadpoles, which is a center management, which is like how I can build the families for different things. And it's helpful. So TS Gold is what I used to use in Head Start. What she showed me, this thing is so updated, and I promise you I was about to be up in there crying. It is so beautiful. It has so much. So much. So I would be able to take each student. There's all type of apps that come with it where I can take pictures. I can take pictures of student work and to build their portfolio, because for my program, each student will have their own binder. From the time they're enrolled, their enrollment papers will be in the front of the binder, all their medical information, all of those things. And then moving forward, it will be their work. I can do quarterly not report cards, but progress reports. And then I can meet with the parents. Like there's all type of parent conference forms. Everything is in there. Everything is in there. You can, in one of the apps, I think it's Tadpoles, you can, because I was going to use Brightwheel, but I like this. It made more sense to just put it all together. So for Tadpoles, like you can create a pin so that parents can sign their child in and out, but they would have to use that pin. They would have to scan it in. It keeps a track of who's signed in, who's signed out, how many absences, how many this, how many that. I can text parents or message them right from the portal. Parents can see different things. So yeah, it's so much. It's so much. But yeah, I appreciate those of you who have made a donation, a donation. A donation. I appreciate you. It's very helpful. Thank you for believing in the vision and the mission. I'm really excited. I'm trusting God. I had to, like I said, put my pride aside and just do it. But I didn't want to do it, but I really do need to do it, because you have to ask. You have to, a micro school, for the most part, any school, especially a smaller school, it's about community. And like when we get a building, we'll be considered a private school. You have to build community. You can't be scared of people. Like, what, girl, please stop. You ain't scared of nobody. You have to be willing to put in the work. You have to be able to talk to people. So you'll see me on Facebook or wherever. I need to build. I don't know if I'm trying to wait to see if they're gonna really ban TikTok, because I don't want to be putting all this work and putting everything on TikTok and they ban it. But we'll see what happens with that. But I'm gonna make an Instagram. I do have a Facebook. No. Yeah, I do have a Facebook page. So Rain and Root Academy. Let me see if I can actually, I was just tracking my son's bus. See if I can do. Let me see. Oh, wrong one. Let me see if I can actually, I was just tracking my, there we go. That's the school. Okay, that's the school Facebook page, and we have a YouTube page that I have not posted on, but like I said, I think I'm gonna put this video on there just to talk. I know it's pretty lengthy. We're almost at 45 minutes, but yeah, I'm so excited, and I'm gonna start putting money into the funds as well. I'm gonna keep asking, keep promoting until we meet our goal. And at first, like, she was like, it's pretty expensive. And I'm like, that's okay. It's not about that. It's an investment. And I'm believing God that in the future, after these 3 years, it's not going to make a difference because by 3 years, my school would be more established. You know what I mean? I believe in this. I believe in myself. I believe in myself, y'all. I'm about to have to get the baby. So I don't know how we're gonna do this, but it's not my. I'm learning. It's not my job to learn. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I have to do. I have to start opening up for enrollment, which I don't even know how the heck that would even work. But because I don't have, I prefer to start enrollment with being able to show that the classroom is at least set up. And I'm like, God's gonna have to do this. He's gonna have to do it. I'm gonna believe him. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna trust it because I know what he told me to do. So we're just gonna be obedient and we're gonna move in excellence. But for right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep perfecting everything around this school. And yeah, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be wonderful. But yeah, I'm excited about this curriculum thing, and I really want to bring you guys on the journey as I do start setting up. I'm hoping that I can start setting up the classroom by spring, and we don't really need much. Don't need much up there. Like, I don't mind starting small. Sometimes, like me, I'm trying to do the most, and it's like, girl, just one thing at a time, one thing at a time. So yeah, yeah, yeah. But thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. With this, I'm just trying to. This was from the young woman I had a meeting with for teaching strategies. But yeah, I told her, oh yeah, I said, we working on it. I said, I'm gonna raise that money. We're gonna get this. I want that curriculum. It would make everything. I would probably be able to start the school a little bit faster. It will make everything smooth, everything. So I'm appreciative for that. But I'm about to go because my 5-year-old will be headed home. He'll be here soon. And I want to make sure that I'm outside. And I got to do a few more things for these hair care orders so I can wrap up what I have to send out. But yeah, you guys will see me more talking about these things. But yeah, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys later. Bye.